So second in the league, joint with Newcastle. A goal behind them as well. And as always, who's his first game against? Against Newcastle. With December looking like one of the busiest months I've ever witnessed on a career mode. We've got Chelsea twice, Liverpool, Celtic in a Champions League decider. January's already hard enough with signings needing to be made, but we have Manchester City, Leicester City, and Tottenham in that as well. What a time to be alive. And we've got to play Newcastle. There is no negotiables. They beat us last time we actually played them. I'm just hoping the team isn't really... Oh, it was fatigued. Keep getting these starter menus pop up. Look at the fitness on these. We're going to have to change this team altogether. For a top of the league decider, that team to me is pretty weak. Trusted a lot of Brazilian flair with Casemiro. Even Fred and Anthony starting. Kane and Rashford, some said they couldn't play together, but they'll be playing together in this game to try and beat the Geordies to top spot. They're all queuing up outside of the stadium. The megaphone is out. I think they'll have to remove that from the premises. No megaphones. I mean, you can't really take a camera into a stadium no more, which... I know there's rules against that, but I just find that weird. Allow people to take photos in high definition, man, as of course with big tifo of Casemiro. He's well and truly undeserved that. Every player would deserve it, to be fair. If we won back-to-back Premier League titles, Fred will get the ball out wide now into Marcus Rashford. Rashford will get a chance to run and dink one in. Why not try it as Casemiro looks to Kane. That's a brilliant ball around the corner into Anthony. This is where I trusted him. Oh, Nick Pope. That's it. That's the tweet. Nick Pope, as that's towards Fred. No, this is Fred. Fred with a chance to whack it. He didn't half try it as Luke Shaw's been rounded. And Raphael Varane on the cover. He's a man who always gets tired, so got to watch his fitness. Casemiro to drill that down the line as well, straight into Fred. Fred gets that in the middle. Harry Kane with a bit of a gap. He's got Bruno at the side. Harry Kane tried to pass it in. Steadily just giving this a go as Bruno towards the head of Raphael. Now back into Casemiro. Fred! We're on top as Rashford with a short one. Come on. Come on. Varane in the box. Surely hit an arm. Just a shame they don't get given in that box because they get given too much. As Bruno Fernandes into Denzel Dumfries. Tried to pass it in. Falls to Bruno with a Trivela into... Ooh. Painful one for Harry Kane. It's all about the Swedes. Him, Elanga and Lindelof in the teams as Weston McKennie, the new Leeds man, tests David De Gea. To be fair, it's took over half an hour for them to even get a shot off, but still we've got to do better. Anthony with a dribble across right here. He will square it, and it will reach Marcus Rashford to score against the Magpies. Sliding on his knees. He's not a flash in the pan, but he's brilliant in the box. And I'm not taking it for granted. Raphael Varane still getting stuck in. Whoa! That's a proper Sean Dyche tackle. Never mind Ten Hag. We should see half-time winning as... Hang on, Weston McKennie's got rounders, but the whistle does go. This will put us top of the Premier League. Newcastle good, but we're better. Still going to make sure they do not get past us here as Dominic Berardi into Weston McKennie. Don't give a penalty away, Fred. That's something I'm scared about him with. He's pointed to the spot. Tell me what went on there, referee. He's not given that, has he? It's blatant match fixing. As now we've got to save Dominic Berardi's penalty and justice is served through David De Gea. David De Gea. I get told to say them both, but I do prefer Hey. I don't know why I always have gone for that. He went for the penalty as well and made the most of it as Kane into Bruno. We make the most of it even more by just putting all the misery on them. Good one, fidget spinner. Get to work. Oh, he's been tackled by Mr. Target. I guess you can say he hit his target with the tacklers. Where is Nick Pope going? Where is Nick Pope going? What is up with the game today? Oh! Matty Target's in goal now. What is going on? They've just decided to change formation up. Shot from range. Matty... What is this? I refuse to believe Nick Pope's going to score against us. Nick Pope! David De Gea! Slide for that, Dumfries. He's got it. If Nick Pope scored, that could have decided the title as Dominic Berardi into McKennie. They're still attacking. Isak can't control that feet. And Casemiro now to put that ball over the top. That's a good one, you know. Into Fred to seal the deal. Matty Target is not tall enough. I trusted Fred the Red back in the United squad. It's paid off. We will go 3 points clear of anyone else. As Correa's now on the field. And Nick Pope's got his kit on. He's still saved by De Gea. Last chances for Newcastle United to try and get back in it. But a tackle from Daniel Malen sees the game over and done with. Love that. Back into Premier League action again with Nottingham Forest having 3 points. Guessing the 30 signings only earns them 3 points. So I think it's like a point per 10 signings. Well, I know it is. I don't know why I doubted my maths that much. Considerably weaker team, some may say, for the next game, like Harry Kane fully out of the squad because Celtic decides the Champions League. Yeah, if they actually beat us, they go through in it. And of course, Fenerbahce have only won one game against us. Sevilla most likely to top the group, which is a shame. And the risk against Nottingham Forest didn't pay off. It didn't pay off. Sam Surridge and Brennan Johnson, Rashford and Raphael Varane withdrawn to the team with 3 points after winning top of the league. This is so much more of an important game, but then I'm thinking highlights, because we can play Chelsea in the Cup, hopefully maybe play Liverpool, and I don't know if we get onto the derby. Scrap that, derby day victory is essential against Manchester City, so we'll do the highlights against the Scotsman. Here's the team that's going to try and knock us out of the Champions League and back into the Europa. If Celtic do it, I'll hate them forever. This gamble may have been a little bit weird because Celtic actually start off with the chance. We're at the near post with Jadon Sancho getting the header away. It's in! It's in from Abada, the winger! The youngster actually scores! We may be crashing out. Hopefully it's one of them Costa Rica, Japan moments where they think they're through for a while. But we reply straight away. Sandro Tonali does find a ball out to Jadon Sancho. Sancho to try and cut inside. That's a good ball into Harry Kane. Now into Anthony! Normal business resumed. Bruno with the next corner. We're hoping to win this game to give us all a chance of finishing top of the group. All the highlights now are ours as Sandro Tonali put that ball through. That is a brilliant one. Sancho into Harry Kane. First touch football. Was brilliant entertainment as it lasted, but this should be 2-1. Not first touch, but Anthony across to Kane. There we go. There is us getting, hopefully, 3 large points. And Sandro Tonali to head this ball is maybe going to go for a shot here. Sandro Tonali. Not a bad chance. I might shoot with Fred just for the entertainment. Fred the Red. I think that hit the post, but it was always hitting the post. A 2-1 win. Manchester United are in the Champions League still. As for where, I don't know. We finished second because Sevilla did win 1-0 against Fenerbahce. It's now going to be difficult. But when Man United would beat anyone put in front of us, Burnley included, and switching it up for the boys from Turf Moor. With Kane still up front, it's a 3-1 win. He scores. Rashford and Bruno join in. Wout Weghorst, our ex-player, scoring for them. And we don't back the result up against Aston Villa, however. Harry Kane and Danny Ings, the game of English strikers. Stocky English strikers as well. I was hoping for the win. Spurs top the league, Newcastle second. Still very much within touching distance and a big gap over West Ham. And Sheffield United are another weak team in this league, only 9 points. And we draw with them as well. Sabitzer has to rescue us. That's how you know it's poor. And it's Chelsea in the quarterfinals of the Carabao next. Already reached the quarters. After a win against these, it takes us to the dreaded second legs, as we've got a risk of losing 5 players. Some big names in these. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelöf, Hatta, Bauer, David Raya, Tuanzebe and Shotire. We did fail with Wan-Bissaka's contract last time out. He still wants an important role, which he won't be playing, so I don't want to lose him on a free, obviously, but we'll give him it. Disregard the release clause. His wage needs to be simple. I'm going to offer 80k. Don't want to grow them wages. That's him for 2 years. David Raya and Hattabor are 2 I'm going to leave. Tuanzebe, Shotire, and Lindelöf. All players I want to keep, as that's Tuanzebe, but Victor Lindelöf we actually can't go in for. Recently negotiated. Other 2 left for now. What a strong team we're taking here. I'm going to make the one change, which is Dino. And that is our Carabao Cup team. Maybe some more changes. Malassi is now 84 rated. I was thinking Asensio over Anthony. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Asensio and Rashford was supposed to play, but he's a bit tired. He'll probably play the next one. That is the team we're going for. And it's Snowfall again with the megaphone. Put it away. Snowy field as well, which the groundsmen have done the best to try and get rid of. A little bit better, though. Come on, it's Old Trafford. Should be spotless. Like a carpet, so we even had to change the line colours. That's when you know it's bad. And when you've got puddles coming from the players' feet in the snow, it'll be slushy. Why didn't they call the game off and get a replay a different time? Not elsewhere. I'd rather keep it at Old Trafford. But you know what I mean. Asensio to drill forward. That's into Harold Kane. Harry Kane going back over the top, trying to feed Asensio. I think this will be a tough game where we have to dig deep. Looks like Chelsea have their strongest team as well. Sandro Tonali. Can't find Sancho. Still Casemiro is in the way. Sancho, can he find a ball through there? Harry Kane sticks his leg out. Harry Kane! Straight at Kepa. Or Bono it actually is. That's why he didn't play for Sevilla as Marcos Asensio. That is poor. Got to be shooting a lot better than that, but Tonali's picked up on the ball. That's into Harry Kane. Harry Kane on an angle. He's got it saved again. This is shocking. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Harry Kane. Absolutely bundled over by Fofana, but Sancho has a crack. Still looking for it. Still looking for the breakthrough. Sancho with a bit of dribbling in. And Shaw. Are you sure that's a shot? We'll just have to learn to pass it around a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Kovacic was tucked by the snow, I hope, with that challenge. As Harry Kane manages to keep hold of this. Straight into Sancho. I see Bruno in the middle. I'm not going to cross it towards Bruno. It probably won't reach him. Sancho instead finds Casemiro trying to curl one in. It's a close game as Asensio. That's a good one. Oh, Sancho, please fight again for it. He does try to. I mean, we can't get there with Asensio. Even Casemiro struggling against this Blues team. Harry Kane, he's overstepped it. This weather's a nuisance. I'm really not enjoying it, but that is the half over. It is 0-0. Personally, I think it's safe to say there's only been one team in this game all along. That being us, of course, as Kai Havertz. Test Dean Henderson, though. He hasn't been called into much action as Casemiro. No. That's across your own box into Reece James. Wrong player. Plus, Denzel Dumfries a lot better in this save, I hope, as there's Luke Shaw. Berto shrugging off Reece James. There's proof. Luke Shaw goes all the way, pulls it back towards a sliding Bruno. Asensio as well will use the man round the corner in Denzel Dumfries. Harry Kane is in there. That's towards the back post. Still win that header, Tonali, or the pass. Into Asensio. That's a better ball into Sancho. Oh, that's the biggest of the chances. Reece James puts it out wide now for them. Diaby, we're not really comfortable so far. That's a ball into Hudson-Odoi. Tackle in there. Martinez as well. Tight game this as James gets tackled by Luke Shaw. Shaw's lost it to Diaby. Don't let me say it's a tight game and then Chelsea score. He's gone down. You can't give that. It's like every penalty that's against us just... It's too soft. I understand the game has changed as Romelu Lukaku in a Chelsea shirt scores against his ex-club. And he will definitely be celebrating. Even cartwheels from the big Belgian. I don't like them moves for him. Now requires us to push the boat out. Jadon Sancho straight into danger with N'Golo Kante. This game's been too tight. We've been the better with chances, but we might be going out unless Scott McTominay, who can't do anything about it. I wanted the Carabao winning as Rashford. We might have to put focus in the FA Cup because Anthony's offside and can't even shoot. Over in a matter of time. We've got to get to the other side field really, really quick, but Martinez has overstepped it. Shaw just whacks it, but not whacking it enough for Chelsea to win with an undeserved penalty. We're even 3 points off top of the league now, which is more for my liking. Straight into Chelsea now in the league, and even though we're in a position when we still can go for it, I'm going to take a risk. That is finally the promotion of Reece Lewis, who we've talked about for quite a while. I'm going to leave John Logan for a bit. We've got keepers. Patrick McKay can join the squad. And I'll go for a central midfielder in Patrick Nicholson. They're part of the squad, the huge squad now, which we have to get right. Back to the main squad, the strongest squad, the league squad. Over the line before the simulated highlights against Liverpool, no. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Once the form goes, it goes! Oh, what a task Liverpool's gonna be. Just a few changes for it. Let's pull off a miracle, shall we? It is pivotal. Not only Liverpool don't win the league, but Tottenham don't win it. I'd rather Newcastle, but then again, I don't want to pick any other team apart from ourselves. Liverpool is a team that gets beat. Come on. They're down there in the league this year. We're going to start off with the first chance. Sandro Tonali, Marcus Rashford MBE, and Harry Kane now with a pass into Marcus Rashford. This is an easier chance for him. Marcus Rashford! NBE. Scores at the away end as well, so we'll celebrate in front of all the travelling fans. Give them what they came for. And damn my controller battery, as that's Martinez with a brilliant ball. Straight into Rashford. Near post. Anthony's not tall enough. They've had as much in front of goal as we scored against Chelsea. Robertson now with a chance dribbling inside. Julian Brandt. Dehe. What a save it was, and it was actually the last of the game. We've won away at Anfield. Brilliantly done and executed in fine speed. 2 points off the top again now, which is Spurs. We're chasing them down. They can't recover like they did from last season that quick. Axel Tuanzebe as well was one of these to sign a new contract, and he's been approached by Real Betis for a loan. I'll let that happen. And before Derby Day, it's a little tester against Brighton. They're not doing too well in this career. When Anthony the fidget spinner scores 2 against you, that is showing it. As the window opens, a lot of youngsters going out already, including Diallo, like I mentioned. Ooh, and actually Coventry in the cup. They're an interesting team, you know. Gustavo Hamer, Victor Gyökeres, Mark Robbins' men will be tasty. If we can beat them, that is, as Fred has a transfer offer. Matt Riss, plus a little bit of money, but that's not enough for the Red. He is 30-year-old, though, and maybe we look for... I'm looking for 2 positions. You guessed it, maybe another midfielder if we get Fred and Donny, or one or the other, out. And I want another right-footed defender because I'm going to get Tuanzebe out, and Rafael Varane is just always tired. Mostly due to him being 30-year-old, maybe, and his stamina levels not being that high. Ahead of the Derby Day as well, I've put out a very strong team that should smash Coventry. Fun fact, that team I've actually put out is stronger than the team we actually got once we came here, as this is the FA Cup, the biggest competition domestically, and we win 2-1. Rashford had to send us through as the old man Matt Godden scored. Forgot he was even there. Sean Maguire and Matt Godden at Coventry. That is an old spine. As Tuanzebe, of course, departs for Betis. And Inter Milan are even going to try and worsen our problems. A bid in for Casemiro, which is just rejected without shadow of a doubt. He has to stay at the club, as I think I just saw Newcastle in the cup. That's going to be difficult. Still, we don't look ahead. We look to the derby that we play. Joint top of the league, behind by 3 goals, and Manchester City are behind by 4 points. Falling upon the strongest and main squad to get us over the line against the citizens. And Eriksen can't even get in the midfield now for Manchester City. Have that. He wasn't even showing up on the bench as well. Manchester City ruining his career. Guess that's what you get for being a snake, as now Riyad Mahrez. He's going to get the ball around the corner into Ilkay Gundogan in his position. Erling Haaland. Why has David De Gea give him so much space in the near post? There's so much space. I mean, he could set up a table and chairs, a camping tent, anything in between him and his near. Am I right? It's poor as now that's into Bruno Fernandes. Can this be better, Harry Kane? Turns inside. We need some runners in front of us, lads. Come on. Get going. Anthony tried to use Denzel Dumfries, and Powter is on the overlap. That's into Bruno. Let's get moving. Moments later, Rafael Varane gets a touch on the ball, but it's not enough. Ilkay Gundogan can't make it 2. David De Gea with a big save. Malacia out. I still aren't overly convinced with the way we're playing, as that's into Erling Haaland now. Kylian Mbappe. Rodri gets it blocked. Manuel Akanji gets it blocked and all. We're in the way of everything. Anthony to turn inside with a little pirouette. Our fidget spinner returns. Even him being the fidget spinner's not enough in Anthony as Harry Kane. Oh! Near post of Ortega to get us level at the Etihad. Now let me tell you a little story about the derby game in Manchester, where both goalkeepers could not save at near posts. Brilliant work as Rafael Varane even gets a tackle on Kevin De Bruyne. Varane uses Anthony inside. Anthony has a ball to the other side, but he's going to run himself ragged. Survive being in the book as maybe a chance before half-time. A bad tackle on Bruno puts a Kanji in the book and a free kick for us. Bruno scores this, I riot. If Bruno scores this, I fully riot. It was decent, but not enough to beat Ortega all square on Derby Day. Consistency is key, however, as Mahrez, I don't think that was ever really threatening. David De Gea, oh, what a poor pass, Malacia. Get your act together, mate. I know you're Dutch, but that doesn't get you into this squad automatic. Ten Hag is cutthroat. Anthony, he's skillful. He's good inside. He's found Bruno Fernandes for 2. What a move by the bogey squad. The colour of the kit just shows where their bogey team gets in there. 2-0 last time out. To 2-1 this time. Away from home, I must add, as Phil Foden. Take him out, Varane. Take him out. Stockport born and bred as Kevin De Bruyne, though. Offside. It won't count, mate. Don't be getting that ball. The fact he even ran to pick the ball up straight away shows that he thinks they're underperforming by even drawing to us. Lack of class. It's not class that we lack, it's ruthlessness. And they do the same. Not to mention how brilliant that save from De Bruyne's shot was. Kimpembe, David De Gea again. Casemiro again, finding Bruno Fernandes. Come on. Luke Shaw. Why not go for a spectacular? Miss 100% of the chances you don't take. Inspirational quotes, as we should be inspiring Man United fans all the way round that we can win back-to-back titles when Luke Shaw hangs it to the back post. Still not gone in. Marcus Rashford will put pressure on the defender and win that header. Unlike Ortega, David De Gea's built himself up throughout the game. Ortega's had 2 clangers, which have let goals go in at his near post. As that's Casemiro winning the header. Can we seal it with one more goal? Anthony turning inside like he usually does. He doesn't manage to do it, and the forbidden man in Manchester, João Cancelo, has the ball. It doesn't matter what he does with it, though. Manchester United win the derby. Harry Kane happy with that. We're all happy. It's all smiles around Manchester. We're top of the league again. Short scare against Les Blues, as yes, I was correct earlier with Newcastle in the cup. We have Tottenham again. We have the remainder of the window. And we have Leipzig in the Champions League. For finishing second, Leipzig's not the worst draw you can get. I don't want to be speaking too soon, but I'm very happy with how today's gone. I think it could have been better with the Carabao Cup, but happy enough. Tomorrow, we get more signings.